A very good evening to one and all present here, virtually with us. I am Raj.
And I am Ayush, and we welcome you all to the motivational session of the conference, From Being to Becoming. All the participants are requested to attend the entire session as the attendance will be taken during session timeout. The e-certificates will be awarded only on the basis of the attendance.
Vikasa Baroda has launched an innovative and interactive platform at community.vikasa.org, which will be used by all Western region branches to update students about forthcoming programs and events. We invite all Vikasa branches of Western region and students to join this community. This platform will be an excellent opportunity for the students to discuss their issues and experiences and resolve their doubts.
The mementos to the faculty and proper and paper presenters to the conference will be delivered to the address.
So Ayush, who is an achiever?
That's a tough question, Vraj. अर्ज क्या है?
Irshad, Irshad.
खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना,
वाह वाह
खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है.
वाह 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 वाह.
Thank you, Vraj. What's your definition about an achiever? An achiever may be a cricketer, a celebrity, a scientist, or maybe a businessman.
Achievers can be anyone around us who converts impossible to possible, fight against criticism of society, crosses all the barriers to fulfill one's dream or goals. These people reach their altitude with the attitude because attitude determines your altitude. What we mean is, not all achievers are famous. Some are the unsung heroes that we miss out. A great philosopher once quoted, "The winner's edge is not in a gifted birth, a hierarchy, or in the talent. Winner's edge is all in the altitude and not aptitude. Attitude is the criterion of success."
That's true, Vraj.
Well, it said that each man has to seek out to his own special aptitude for the higher life in the midst of the humble and inevitable reality of daily existence.
In instances like this session, where we get the opportunity to try our knowledge and apprehension, today we have with us for the session chairman AV Advocate AV Vaman Kumar sir, CA Hitesh Agrawal, immediate past chairman Vadodara branch of WIRC of ICAI, Mr. Mehul Kumar, managing committee member Vikasa Vadodara. A.V. Vaman Kumar sir is a practicing lawyer in the High Court of Kerala with more than 28 years of experience as a freelancer in the area of HRD, soft skill trainer, and a motivational speaker. Conducted more than 3,500 training programs in more than 25 countries across world. He has he has also served as the national president of Junior Chamber International (JCI) India in 2003 and won JCI World Award for the most outstanding national president. He has also contested in Kerala Legislative Assembly election from Trikaripur constituency in 2006.
We now request our own very supporting CA Hitesh Agrawal to give his opening remarks for this session.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, MOC. And dignitaries on the dais virtually. Our today's speaker, Advocate A.V. Vaman Kumarji, and from the team Vikasa, Mr. Mehul Kumar. I welcome both of you. I am just listening what MOC has said about Mr. A.V. Vaman Kumar, and it reminds me the Vaman Bhagwan by looking at his achievements when he has put Vaman Bhagwan has put his first leg on the earth, second in the sky, and third is the on the head of that person. Sir, thank you for joining us. Now, our today's topic, my dear students, is being to becoming. That is a motivational session by Shri A.V. Vaman Kumar ji. According to me, being is the present tense and becoming is the transitional phase. That is the evolution in the human being from the student when you are transforming yourselves as a good CA or a well-known CA, which is a transitional phase. And today also, when we see when the students who have already attended previous conferences, they can understand that what is from the being to becoming. The virtually presentation, virtual paper presented, virtually MOC. I really appreciate the efforts put in by the team Vikasa, especially CA Vinod Pehlwani, to make this conference a successful one. Over to MOC. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Very well said. Now we request A.V. Vaman Kumar, sir, to take the charge of the session.
Thank you, MOC. Thank you, Sri Vinod, as well as Hitesh Agrawalji for the nice words of appreciation towards my career. MOC, please help me. I'm going to share my screen. You just, when I ask you whether my screen is visible, you just please kindly let me know.
Okay, sir.
You are visible, sir.
You are visible.
No, I just want to know whether my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Now it's visible, sir. So the PPT is visible.
Yeah, just give me a minute. Is it in slideshow mode?
Yes, sir.
Okay, clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Very clear.
Thank you very much. Yes. So once again, welcome to this motivation session of the CA Students Vikasa CA Students Conference. Let me begin by expressing my note of gratitude to Chartered Accountant Manish Bakshi, a great friend of mine with whom I have a relationship or a friendship since 1996. That means for last 24 years we have known each other, and I thank him for the invitation given to me for this very prestigious CA Students Virtual Conference. What actually impressed me the most is the theme of this conference. Whoever the gentleman or the lady or the people who really developed and decided and fixed the theme of this conference, they deserve a big round of applause and a big salute. Beautiful theme: aptitude, attitude, altitude. The masters of ceremony, two very young boys, they were also talking a little bit about this, and I'm so impressed by the way these two boys prepared for this. MOC prepared for the initial beginning of the session also. Yes, Hitesh Bhai already told what is being to becoming. Hitesh Bhai, you are absolutely right. Being is the present and becoming is the transition or the evolution. Years back, Golda Meir, the Prime Minister of Israel, a lady Prime Minister of Israel, a very renowned lady leader of the world, she and the Russian leader, the erstwhile USSR, the undivided Russia, the Russian leader Gorbachev, they were having a small discussion. Gorbachev told Golda Meir that he was facing a problem, and she asked what it was. He told, in various parts of my country, people are speaking for independence, freedom, or my country, my nation is facing a movement of disintegration. Everybody wants their own separate country. I don't know how to keep all these people together in a single unit. So I'm finding it's very difficult to manage this issue of disintegration and the regional feelings that my country is facing today. Golda Meir told Gorbachev, I will suggest you one thing, Mr. Gorbachev, President Gorbachev, You simply go to the country called India, stay there for 1 or 2 months, cancel all your programs, at least 1 month you stay there. You take a trip around India, go to the south, the north, the west, and the east. Now I'm speaking from the south, and you are sitting in Baroda, the western part of the country. So go to everywhere in India and just observe the people, just watch the people, just to see the people, and you come back to Russia. Once you go and feel and see with your naked eyes how India, with all the differences in the languages, cultures, food habit, dressing habit, ethnic diversity, political beliefs, communal religious beliefs. If you study how India, in spite of having all this diversity, remains as a single political entity ever since the freedom in 1947, it will be very easy for you to manage your country from getting disintegrated. I have to salute all of the Indians. That means these were the words of such a very eminent world leader, Golda Meir, the Israel Prime Minister, talking about appreciating the greatness of the country called India, and we always believe in unity in diversity. And I tell you, my dear friends, this COVID-19 pandemic also, India will survive. This pandemic also, India will sustain, and India will definitely become the global leader economically, financially, and in the ways of all aspects of life. Our country will definitely become a global leader, as we expect, maybe within a time of a decade. So with this positive note, India is definitely transforming from being a developing country to becoming a developed nation. We are moving from being a developing country to a developed nation, and the days are not far that India will rule the world. So that is what actually I just want to speak about, becoming about India. Now, if you Google what is actually, or what, you may have a feeling in your mind, what is this Vaman Kumarji is going to speak about this being to becoming? My dear CS students, it's a journey. And the journey from being a student to a professional. Now you are all students of chartered accountancy, and you are going to be professional chartered accountants. So you are moving from, or you are traveling through a journey from being a student to a professional. It's a journey from being a spectator to becoming a performer. Now you are just a spectator, how your boss or your senior chartered accountant is managing the office. Now you are just actually watching how the government agencies, income tax department, IT department, or such various departments or GST departments are handling the clients and managing the issues. Now you are just watching how the people are actually getting the intricate problems of financial management solved. Now you are just enjoying the role of being spectators. You are just watching things happening in your office. From being a spectator, you are going to become a performer. Maybe after 2 years or 3 years or 5 years, you are going to run your own office. You are going to manage your own team. You are going to handle the appellate tribunal. You are going to handle the GST officers, and you are going to be a performer. So you must be ready for that journey. Thirdly, it's a journey from being a dreamer to becoming a doer. Now at the adolescent, maybe you might have all completed, crossed your adolescent stage, early youth days, yeah? 21 or 22 or maybe 23. So you may have a lot of dreams in your minds now. You may be dreaming about your dream girl or dream boy or dream office, dream destination, your dream car or your dream house or your dream picnic. You may be dreaming so many things. But let us think about, from being a dreamer, how can you become a doer? Just by dreaming something and don't doing anything will never help you to make the transition possible. If the evolution or the transition should be possible, you have to move or travel a journey from being a dreamer to a doer. It's a journey from being always a griper to becoming an achiever. Who is a griper? I will talk about the griper later also. Griper means a guy who finds faults with everything. Oh, this is not going to be like that. Hey, what is this? The government is troubling us. Oh, the boss, our chartered accountant senior boss is actually, our master or boss is torturing us. Or our parents are always calling us. Or these guys are always advising us. Or the traffic system is very congested. traveling through the city of Vadodara is really a panic situation. So we are all always there is a tendency for some of the youngsters to always being gripers, finding fault and a cynical approach. From being, if at all you have such an approach, you have to move a journey from being a griper to becoming an achiever. Focus in your achievement rather than complaining about everything. It's a journey from being an old version to becoming a new version of yourself. So you may be a version just like something like the Microsoft Explorer, something that happened in 2001. So are you still a Microsoft Explorer or are you Windows 10, the latest update? You have to decide. In our laptops or in our mobile phones, whatever, whichever whether you're using a Mac or notebook or whatever it is, every time you can say that updates available. So I'm asking a question: are you still an old version of the operating system of you, or are you an updated version of you? Are you a Microsoft Explorer? Of course, Microsoft Explorer is useful even today to a certain extent. Chrome, to open the Chrome, you can use it. Agreed. If you go to some hotels, if you want to log into their broadband connection, you may have to use Microsoft Explorer. I don't say that Microsoft Explorer is a waste or a redundant. It has its own value, but the operating system has undergone so much of ocean of change. So are you a Microsoft Explorer or are you a Windows 10, the latest version? That means it's a journey from being an old version of yourself to a new version of yourself. Friends, if you Google, do it later, not now, the Guinness Book of World Record for the person, oldest man or woman, oldest human being ever took admission for primary class. Oldest person who took admission for primary education. If you Google, you will find the name of a guy called Kimani Maruge, the Guinness Book of World Record holder. Kimani Maruge was from a village called Njure in Kenya, which is near to Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya. In 2004 January, the Kenyan government made an announcement that government is going to give free education to all the children above 5. Free primary education to all the children above 5. There were long queues in front of government schools. And in Njure village, hundreds of parents took their children to get admission to primary class 1, and the last person in the queue was an old man of 84. The headmaster of the school asked him, "Are you here to take admission for a grandson or granddaughter?" He told, "No, I am here to take admission for myself." It was a shock to the headmaster and the teachers. They asked, "What is your age?" 84. "Why do you want to study at the age of 84? He told, "I participated in the freedom struggle of my country. I want to write about the history of the freedom struggle of my country. I want to read and study about the culture of my country. I want to make the future generation understand how much all we suffered to get freedom to this country. So I want to learn reading and writing." But they did not give admission to him. They sent him back. They told, "No, you are overaged." On the day the school classes opened, he came again. There was a teacher called Margaret. Margaret had some pity on this man, and she went and told him, "Look, grandfather, we cannot admit anybody who is not in uniform, so you may please go back." After 2 days, Kimani Maruge went back in uniform. 84-year-old man in the suspensor and the carry bag, the tiffin box and all the uniform. The teacher Margaret begged the headmaster and the authorities. Finally, they decided to give him admission. He told the teacher, "Don't actually make me sit the backbench because I have some hearing problem." Because he and his wife participated in the Kenyan freedom struggle, and the white policeman caught both of them. They killed his wife, and the policeman pierced his right eardrum through a sharp pencil. So he cannot hear through his right ear. So he told, "Please don't allow me to sit very back in the classroom." That the teachers agreed. Initially, the children were very scared of going near to him. An 84-year-old man, a grandfather, how can they go near to him? But slowly, he started telling stories to the children. Children started loving him, teachers started loving him, and he became the darling of all the teachers and the students. In 2005, Kimani Maruge became the head boy. And the same year, Kimani Maruge had his first flight journey in his life from Nairobi to John F. Kennedy Airport, New York City, the United States of America. And he was invited by the United Nations to address the General Assembly of UN and speak about the importance of primary education. And he went, Kimani Maruge, when he was 85, went to UN General Assembly and he talked about the importance of primary education. Unfortunately, in 2009, he passed away. In 2015, Google even released a doodle in his name on the homepage of Google in the country called Kenya. I just want to share with you the life history of Kimani Maruge, my dear chartered accountant students, just to make you understand and believe that at any age you can change your life. You can travel through any journey in any age. So being an illiterate, Kimani Maruge became a literate when he was 85. Being an unknown person in a village of Kenya called Menture, Kimani Maruge became a world popular figure who even got an opportunity to speak in the UN General Assembly. So what a great transformation, what a great evolution. So I tell you, if you have a determination to do something that you really like, fervently and emotionally you are fond of, nothing can stop you. And if you are ready to take efforts, journey from being to becoming what you are today and what you want to become in the future is not impossible, my dear friends. If you have a passion, if you have a willingness to put your conscious effort for that. So that is what I just want to tell you about the life of Kimani Maruge. Now, I'm asking a few questions to the Vikasa boys and girls. Do you have strong drive and ambition? Hey, do you want to be Deloitte, or I just heard about Deloitte or some world-renowned or nationwide, popular chartered accountant firms? I'm a very, very small man. I don't need the service of a huge chartered accountant, a very big chartered accountant, but still I also take the service of a chartered accountant. So do you have a strong drive and ambition to become a chartered accountant or the owner of a chartered accountant firm, wherein which you travel by your own flight, you travel by your own way, or you keep on traveling from India to foreign countries and coming back, and you become a very, very busy chartered accountant, wherein the finance minister of the country or the finance minister of the state of Gujarat or Rajasthan or Madhya Pradesh, or they will all consult you for some financial matters. Do you have a strong drive and ambition, or do you still want to run a small office in Vadodara or Lucknow or maybe or Surat or Ahmedabad or Anand or some other city or Rajkot or some city just to maintain your life? You ask this question and find an answer. Do you have a strong drive and ambition? Otherwise, don't talk about being to becoming. Are you happy to make your own decisions? Are you happy to, whether you joined for chartered accountancy out of your own decision, or was it just because your parents compelled you to do it? Because your parents are into business, they want a chartered accountant, and you didn't like, or you even now you don't like the profession. You ask the question. Even if you became a chartered accountant student by chance, not by choice, you must start loving it, and you must start making your own decisions. Right? Third one. Do you enjoy working with and learning from others? Are you a person enjoying working with others? Are you ready to work in a team? That is what is more important today in the world. Are you ready to work with others? Are you ready to learn from others? This is very, very important thing. You can learn from anybody. Yeah. Once a great preacher, a very, very, very well-known preacher, okay, just like Sri Ravi Shankar or somebody, went to a village, and in the night the speaker was going back, and there was no road. They had to walk 2 kilometers. It was 10 o'clock in the night. While they were walking through an expansive paddy field with no houses, they saw a young boy, 12-year-old boy, coming from the opposite direction with a burning candle in his hand. The speaker asked the boy, where did he go? He told he went to the shop to buy some sugar because father is out of session. Mother told him to go buy sugar before the shop closes. Oh, the speaker, he's a very rich, very, very learned man, a scholarly man, right? And the speaker asked this boy, where did you get the candle? The boy told, I bought it from that shop. And the speaker asked him, who lit this candle? Who lighted this candle? The boy said, I only lit the candle. And the scholarly man asked the boy, when you lit the candle, where did the light come from? Where did the light come from? A very difficult question. Yes or no? Suddenly the boy looked at the man. He blew off the candle. He blew off the candle and he asked the man a question back. Where did the light go now? Excuse me, sir. Where did the light go now? It came from there only. The scholarly man, the man, the preacher, the speaker man just walked away with his head down, getting a lesson that don't think that you know everything. You can learn from even a small boy. So enjoy learning from others. Do you hold yourself accountable? Nobody can guarantee your future, my dear friends. My dear CA students, nobody can guarantee your future. Vinod Bhai, Hidesh Bhai, no, nobody can, Manish Bhai, nobody can guarantee your future. You have to work smartly and you have to innovate than your next door neighbor. That's all. You have to work smartly and you have to innovate. You have to bring new ideas than your next door neighbor. That's the only way to guarantee future. So you are accountable for your failures. You are accountable for your success. So are you accountable? Are you hold yourself? Do you hold yourself? Are you holding yourself accountable? Do you have a baseline of relevant skills and experience? Are you trying something to develop relevant skills and experience being a chartered accountant professional? Are you doing something seriously for that? Developing your baseline, the required minimum skills and experience. Without skills and experience, nobody can become a successful chartered accountant or a lawyer or a trainer or a doctor or an engineer or an architect or whatever it is. Have you built relationships with the people who can help? Have you built relationship? I tell you something very, very important. None of us is as smart as all of us. I repeat, none of us is as smart as all of us. Don't think that I can look after myself. I don't want the help of others. That is foolishness. No, that is absolute nonsense. You need the help of others. If you want to get the help of others, you must develop good relationship with others. So, have you built a relationship with others who can help you? Do you have a positive and stable personality? Come on, the COVID-19 is a reality. Are you totally shaky? Are you totally worried? Are you totally afraid of? Do you have the new disease called agoraphobia? You know what is agoraphobia? Agoraphobia is the phobia during this lockdown period, our fear to go to the crowd, our fear to go to the masses. So are you totally a person of agoraphobia? Are you totally worried about the situation now? Are you or do you have a mindset that you are taking things in a positive way? And finally, can you deal with the need for change and innovation? Yes, as a chartered accountant, COVID-19 has brought so many changes. Our work style must be changed. Our work structure must be changed. The way we interact with the customers must be changed. The clients may not be coming to the offices. You may have to deal them over the phone and virtual platform and all. Are you ready to change? And are you a person who is bringing innovation? Can you deal with the need for change and innovation? So I request my dear chartered accountant students, this is applicable not only CA students, but it is applicable to the chartered accountants also. You all have to deal with the need for change and innovation. Where that is actually Abdul Kalam sir told. If you look very closely on the slide, what I am showing you, you can read a word called craft, C-R-A-F-T. Abdul Kalam, the former president of India, the missile man told, cancel all the limiting thoughts. COVID-19 will be over, don't worry. It's a question of maybe 2 months or 3 months or 5 months or 6 months, don't worry. Don't think that 2021 is going to be the same as 2020. No. As everybody says, there will be light at the end of the tunnel, no doubt. Okay, so cancel all the limiting thoughts. Replace them with the possibility thinking. It is not at all positive thinking, I tell you. Just positive thinking will not help you. You have to think possible way. Possibility thinking is more practical. Okay, positive thinking is needed, but possibility thinking is more needed than positive thinking. So replace your mind with the possibility thinking. Affirm or declare or announce What is your journey? Where are you traveling to? What is your destination? What you want to be? What will you be after 10 years from today? You please loudly tell yourself. You please share with others. What will you be from 10 years from today in your life? Affirm and declare. Focus in that. If you have a clear dream where you will be after 10 years from today in your life, what are you going to be after 10 years? So what are you going to be in 2030? If you have a clear answer to that question, then focus in the achievement of that. And then train your mind and your body. Train your mind and your body. Not only train your body, train your mind also. Swami Vivekananda, a great Hindu philosopher, told. A great philosopher. Okay, your beliefs become your thoughts become your actions become your habit becomes your character becomes your destiny. So your thoughts, everything begins with your beliefs becomes your thoughts become your actions become your habits become your character, and your character becomes your destiny. So please remember this word. Forget about the name Vaman Kumar, a poor lawyer from Cochin. Okay, but just remember the word craft given by Abdul Kalam sir. You can craft your future. The journey can be crafted by you. Your destination can be crafted by you. I will tell you the example of a girl called Chan Hongyan. Chan Hongyan is a Chinese swimmer. When she was 4 years of age, she ran across the road and a truck came and the truck overran her both legs and she lost both her legs. The girl lost both her legs. Her grandfather managed to get a basketball. He cut the basketball opened the basketball and made the body of the girl go inside the basketball. Okay, and the grandfather made a wooden sandals. You can see in the picture the wooden sandals. With that sandal and basketball, the girl started moving. And she was fondly called by the villagers the basketball girl. All the time she was in the basketball. She was going to the school also in the basketball. Her family was very poor and the family couldn't afford the artificial legs. After many years, an organization, a charity organization came to know of her life, and they came and they donated her 2 artificial legs. And Chan Hongyan had a determination. Because of my own carelessness, I lost my 2 legs. My parents will always be feeling sad about me. I want my parents to feel proud of me, not sad of me. She started learning swimming. She was going to the practice session every day. She was actually giving more and more strength to her hands, and she started learning swimming only with her hands. 2014, she became the national champion, and in 2016, Rio Paralympics, she became the gold medal winner in breaststroke, 100 meters breaststroke swimming competition. Now she is one of the most popular athletes in China, having crores and crores of fans, very rich lady, brand ambassador to many companies, speaking to the youngsters, and she is a source of motivation to millions and billions of differently abled people. She became hugely popular in China. Chan Hongyan is so darling of the Chinese people now. My dear friends, Chan Hongyan, from a basketball girl, traveled to becoming an Olympics, Paralympics gold medal winner. Yes, if you have a determination, you can become that. I will introduce a lady to you, and the name of the lady is N. Ambika IPS. She is the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mumbai North. She is from Tamil Nadu, a place called Dindigul. When she was studying in 8th standard, her parents sent her in marriage. She was only 14. A police constable, ordinary police constable, married her. When she was 18, she became mother of 2 kids. Just at 18. And the husband used to come to home and talk about, oh, today we had a parade, the Director General of Police came, the Inspector General of Police came, the District Superintendent of Police came. He used to talk about all these DGPs, IGs and SPs. And the lady asked her, the mother of 2 kids asked her husband, can I become an IPS officer? He smiled and said, how can you? You need to take at least graduation, because graduation is the minimum qualification to write the UPSC examination. You cannot. She told, I have no job at home. When the children go to school, I am free here. I will study at home and I will write. Will you support me? Then the policeman told, okay, you go ahead. And she started preparing for 10th exam at home. +1, +2, 11th standard, 12th standard at home. And she did her graduation at home. And she requested her husband to take her to Chennai for coaching classes. UPSC examination, civil service examination, coaching classes. 3 years she wrote the exam. All the 3 years she failed. She couldn't come at all. She couldn't succeed at all. Then her husband told her, you please come back home. 3 chances you utilized. Now I don't think you can make it. The lady told, give me one more chance. Please give me one more chance. The last chance, she burnt the midnight oil, my dear students. And in 2007, she appeared for the Union Public Service Commission Civil Service Examination for the 4th chance. And her number was 272. She got IPS. And after the training, she got posted in Mumbai North. And she's a darling police officer of the Mumbai North people now. And last year, Lokmat paper selected her for the prestigious award called the Maharashtrian of the Year. 2019 Maharashtrian of the Year award. It went to this lady called N. Ambika IPS. From an 8th standard dropout, a mother of 2 kids at 18, becoming a very, very successful police officer of Mumbai North. This is a journey from being to becoming. What is that? She was ready. She had a dream in her mind. She had a passion towards IPS. She took a lot of effort to become the, reach the failures never stopped the N. Ambika IPS. That is why the chairman of Infosys, Narayan Murthy, N.R. Narayan Murthy said, your survival today is directly proportionate to the quality of your ideas. Your survival today is directly proportionate to the quality of your ideas. So my dear chartered accountant students, how good your ideas are, how qualitative your ideas are, how innovative you are thinking, how differently you are thinking. Please become mad. Mad means make a difference. You can make a difference. Okay. Nelson Mandela told, you know Nelson Mandela, the South African leader who remained in the jail for 27 years just to win the freedom for his country. And he told, I learned that courage was not the absence of fear. Now all of you are worried about COVID-19. All of you are afraid about COVID-19. Okay, a fear is okay, no problem. Courage was not the absence of fear. Then what is courage? But the triumph over it. It is not absence of fear, but the victory over, the winning over fear is what is called courage. So you may have fear. You may have fear about your profession. You may have fear about the coming days of COVID-19. You may all have the fear about the new version of the virus that is spread out in Europe and UK. And will it come to India? Will it come to Vadodara? Will it come to Western India region? So will it be a problem to us? Yes, we all may have fear about these types of virus and diseases. But you have to win over that. Okay, the brave man is not he who does not feel afraid. Brave man is not a person who does not feel afraid. Yes, every one of us, even Narendra Modi ji, such a brave leader of the country, he may also be afraid of the farmer strike. I don't know. Yes, he may also be afraid of that. But he who conquers that fear, but conquering that fear is more important. That is more important. Conquering the fear is more important. So please conquer the fear of the COVID situation. You know, there are 4 types of recovery. I'm talking about attitude. You know, you told your aptitude, your attitude, and your altitude, right? Regarding there are 4 stages of recovery. What are the 4 stages? Some people are just like the English alphabet B. What is that B? They will go down, immediately they will go up. Whatever problems and setbacks they face in their life, they will go down, but immediately, within no time, they will go up. So try to be like a person of that B category recovery. Second one, U. What is that U? They go down, but they will take some time. After that only they will go up. You know, just like the alphabet U. They go down and they face some problem. They take some time. After that they go up. And what is W? Are you a person with the mindset of W recovery? What is the W recovery? You go down, immediately you go up. Again you go down, again you go up. We can just like speak about people like Amitabh Bachchan. So sometimes, you know, winning. I don't want, okay, that may be a good attitude. Of course, it's a good attitude, but let us don't actually desire for such a situation to come. And finally, what is the 4th one? The L alphabet. recovery of the L shape. What is L shape? They go down and they never go up. They go down and they never go up. So what is your mindset? What is your attitude? Whether your mindset is V, U, W or L. If you are the attitude of L mindset, you will never recover. W means you will recover, but you will have ups and downs again and again. U means you take a lot of time to recover. And V means whatever setback you face in your life, you will immediately go back. So try to be a person either of V or W, and it is always better not to be in the L mindset when you face some setback. So what do you need? You need the right frame of mind. The right frame of mind. I'm asking a question, who are you? What is the question? Are you a pessimist? Are you an optimist? And there is one more thing. And the third one is more important, my dear friends. Are you a realistic optimist? What is that? Realistic optimist. Yes, once a small yacht or a boat, like, you know what is a yacht? A yacht was traveling through ocean, sailing through ocean, and heavy wind started blowing, and the yacht was dancing. It was very difficult. There were 3 passengers on board in the yacht, and one passenger told, "Oh, I think we are going to die. We are going to die. I don't think we can save ourselves. We are going to die." What is the mindset? This is the mindset of the first category, the mindset of a pessimist. The second one told, hang on. Sometimes the wind will be okay. Hang on. Let us hang on. Let us decide that we are going to die. Hang on. So the person who is telling to hang on, he is an optimist. But what did the third person do? The third person climbed the pole. He changed the direction of the sail. He removed the sail and he changed the direction of the sail. Now he changed the direction of the sail according to the wind, and he climbed down, and now the yacht is moving very smoothly. And who is the third person? The first person who told we are going to die is pessimist. Second person who told hang on is the optimist. The third person who changed the sail according to the direction of the wind, he is called realistic optimist. I tell you, my dear CA students, during these testing times, you and me have to be realistic optimists. Not simple optimism will not help you. You have to be realistic optimist. Okay. I just want to introduce a person called Vice Admiral James B. Stockdale. He got Congressional Medal of Honor in 1976 from US President Gerald Ford. What happened to this guy? Congressional Medal of Honor is one of the highest recognition that is given to American military personnel. Vice Admiral James B. Stockdale. I don't know whether you heard the Vietnam War, 1955 to 1975. 20 years America was fighting in Vietnam, a small country, but they were having the guerrilla warfare underneath. Okay. And Vice Admiral James C. Stockdale was a very, very, very valiant, very, very well-known Navy pilot. Okay, a pilot who actually goes to any battlefield, and his aircraft was shot down by the guerrilla soldiers of Vietnam, and he was caught. Vice Admiral James B. Stockdale was caught by the Vietnamese people, and he was put in a jail. The jail room was stinky, and it was not even having a window. The jail room was not even having a window. And how many years he had to live in that? 7 years. 7 years. Was it an ordinary life? No. He was tortured very brutally. His body became such an ugly shape. He could not even show his body when he was handed over back to America. His body was tortured. His legs were broken. He was every day they used to go to the room and they put him under starvation. They were beating him. They were torturing him. They were whipping him. He was beating him with the whip. My God, it was a terrible life. But still that gentleman came free once the war was over, when the prisoners were exchanged each other, and this gentleman, Vice Admiral James B. Stockdale, was free. There is a book called Good to Great written by Jim Collins. In the book Good to Great written by Jim Collins, he is telling something called the Stockdale paradox. What is it? There is a paradox. Why it is a paradox? You know, I told you there are three types of people: pessimist or the pessimist. If had Vice Admiral James B. Stockdale was a pessimist, he would have died even after 1 year or 2 years, because he will think that I will die in this room. I can never go back and see my family. I can never go back to America. That guy would have died mental torture. And optimists, there were optimists. They thought, oh, next Christmas I can go out. Next Easter I can go out. Next Christmas came. Then, oh, definitely next Christmas I can join my family. Next Easter I can join my family. But many Christmases, many Easters came, but they could not move with their family. After 2-3 Christmases and Easters, they will also become dull, depressed, if they are only optimists. If they are realistic optimists, they will think they can definitely go, things will become better, but I have to manage the current situation. I tell you, retain faith that you will prevail in the end. What is Stockdale paradox? It's the paradox. Retain faith that you will prevail in the end. Even after the COVID-19 also, we will sustain and we will survive and we will prevail, regardless of difficulties. We are going through many difficulties now. Stockdale, Admiral James B. Stockdale was going through so many difficulties, torturing, pain, agony, oh, so much things. But still he believed, yes, I will prevail. In spite of all the difficulties, he believed he will prevail. During this COVID-19, we have to think like that. At the same time, confront the most brutal facts of your current realities. What are the brutal facts of your current realities? Current reality means you cannot move out without a mask. You cannot go and mix with the parties, marriage parties, or you cannot go to cinemas. You cannot mingle with the people. Yes, you have to keep social distancing. So there are some brutal facts at present. So my dear friends, have a faith that you are going to survive. At the same time, confront or face the realities of the present. So that is what actually a paradox. I have a request to all those who are listening to me. Please, understand what are the or please and have the realistic optimism that you are going to survive. I tell you, there are three types of people. People who will quit. Oh, chartered accountant studies and course, the COVID has created a lot of problem. I don't think I can manage. So let me quit. Some people are gripers, I told you. They will always make complaints. They will always find faults. And the third category, achievers. So I want your journey from being to becoming must be to the journey of becoming an achiever. Roll up your sleeves attitude. You must have roll up your sleeves attitude. What do you mean by roll up your sleeves attitude? My dear friends, leaders are having a disease. Leaders are having a disease called God syndrome. What is this God syndrome? We are omnipresent. We are omnipotent. God syndrome is a syndrome which says that we are omnipotent. Nobody can touch me. No. As a leading chartered accountant professional tomorrow, you cannot have the disease of the leader of the God syndrome. You have to be one among the team members. You have to roll up your sleeves and attitude. I will tell you an example. Ratan Tata, young Ratan Tata, after his studies, he was given in charge of NELCO, National Electronic Corporation. NELCO was in a very bad shape and it was making huge loss. And his father gave him the job, you look after NELCO. One day, Ratan Tata and 3 of the senior managers of NELCO were traveling from Mumbai to Nasik, the head office of NELCO. On the way, the tire of the car got flat, became flat or punctured. And they got down from the car and the driver started the arrangements to change the tire. The 3 senior managers were having the habit of smoking cigarettes. Keeping some 10-15 steps away, standing under a shade of a tree, roadside, the 3 managers started smoking. After 1 or 2 minutes, they didn't see Ratan Tata, the young boy, highly educated boy. They didn't see the son of the owner of the Tata family. And when the manager finished their cigarettes and they went back, what did they see? Ratan Tata, after rolling up his sleeves, bending down, lying on the road, helping the driver to change the tire. He was sweating all over the body. He was helping the driver to change the tire. My dear chartered account students, this attitude is what is called roll up your sleeves attitude. You cannot become an achiever if you are not ready to go downstairs or you go down and work. Whenever you start an office tomorrow, you may have to keep everything. Sometimes you may have to do the job of the sweeper in your office. Why not? Why not? You may have to do that. You may have to do a lot of things. So you cannot afford to have 5 office or 5 people, 6 people working in your office at the initial stage. So roll up your sleeves, be a servant, think, serve, not lead. Right mindset, right strategies, right efforts. You look at Jio. When Jio came with this, mobile service, what was their mindset? They had a mindset that, we can definitely become the most successful mobile service provider of the country. What was the strategy? Giving 3 months full free to the people. 3 months, enjoy downloading video, watch your television, everything totally free. People, everybody will be very much fond of using anything that is offered free. So that was a wonderful strategy. And they put the right efforts to develop their optic fiber cables all over the country. All over the country. So we cannot just blame the, Mukesh Ambani or Anil Ambani or Mukesh Ambani or Ambani's. They had the right mindset, they had the right strategies and right efforts. So these 3 things are very much needed. Be insanely disciplined. My dear friends, you have to be madly disciplined. Discipline means understanding what is most important to you and sticking upon them very religiously. Understanding what is most important to you and sticking upon them most religiously. My dear chartered accountant students, please decide what is most important to you. Establish as a chartered accountant within 10 years. Then you have to stick upon that very religiously. So you have to be madly disciplined. And what do you have to do? I just want to tell you a few tips. Focus on your future. Focus on your future. I don't know whether you heard about Kickstart Cabs. Kickstart Cabs. It's a taxi company started in Bangalore. And what do? People, differently abled people who travel through wheelchairs or who have difficulty, disabled. Now we use the word differently abled. But you can also understand, I'm talking about the physically handicapped or disabled people. Okay. So, the disabled people to enter into taxi is very, very difficult. Absolutely difficult. How can they do that? Very difficult. So, Kickstart Cabs is a taxi company which had their Wagoner car altered and with some rolling, ladder-like thing, they can just take the handicapped people in their wheelchair straight away into the car. The backside of the car is open like that. And the seats can be turned, and once they just enter into the car, after that they can very comfortably move with their wheelchair without much difficulty by themselves. They can sit in the seat. What a great idea. In Bangalore, the people with these differently abled people who cannot actually just enter into the car or get into the cars, they are using the service of the Kickstart Cabs nowadays. What is that? So that is a business. They are focusing on the future. This is going to happen in future. Which company made billions and billions during the last 9 months or 10 months? Netflix. Okay, Reed Hastings, the man who started this Netflix, he might have never dreamt in his life that it is going to bring him that much of huge amount of money. Huge amount of money. Understand? Because he thought people will start, disgusting to go to theaters, traffic jam and sitting and all those things. So let them enjoy the movies at home. Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime or Netflix. Netflix says, so why? Because he had an idea that let me give an opportunity for people to download any movie they like, and we will also produce movies. Let them watch at home. This is what is focus on your future. They thought about the future. That is what is happening. Swiggy Go. You might have heard about Swiggy Go. Swiggy is not just an app, the company that is actually delivering food items. Now, suppose Manish Bakshiji, my friend, he left his mobile charger in a hotel and he reached his home. It's difficult for him to travel back to Ahmedabad hotel to get the mobile charger. You can just inform Swiggy Go. Swiggy Go will deliver that mobile charger at your home. Come on, what is this? What a fantastic idea. So my dear friends, in chartered accountancy profession also, you may have to focus on your future if you want to travel from being to becoming. Make difference in the lives of others. As a chartered accountant, you have to make difference in the lives of your customers. Come on, that is the first thing and the most important thing. That is the most important thing. Jeff Bezos, the owner of, you all know Amazon, Jeff Bezos, he told, don't think about profit first, think about customer first. Don't think about profit first. Profit is secondary. You think about customer first. So you please think about, you make difference in the lives of others. I have a wonderful experience. 2 years back, I went to Club Mahindra Hotel. You might have heard about Club Mahindra. Club Mahindra is having 2 resorts in Coorg in Karnataka. I strongly recommend you to visit that place. And those who are getting married, you can definitely go to Club Mahindra Coorg to enjoy your honeymoon also. Beautiful place. I went with my family, my wife and 2 daughters. What happened? There was a heavy traffic jam because a minister was going for some program. Heavy traffic jam means heavy. It was 12:30 and it was showing that my car was almost 28 kilometers away from the resort. Then I made a call to the resort. The receptionist took my phone and I told, it is 12:30, heavy traffic jam. Myself and my family, we have already bookings in your hotel. It may be late for us to come, so please keep our lunch. We want to have lunch. Okay. Immediately the receptionist called the banquet people and told that not only lunch, keep the evening snack also ready. Why? Because the ministry is going that way. No way the traffic block is going to be cleared within another 2-3 hours. By the time the gentleman reaches there, it will not be lunch time, it will be evening tea and snack time. So keep it that also ready. Finally, the receptionist had he finished his duty. His duty was over by lunchtime, and he had to travel the same way, opposite way, where my car got stuck. He called me, sir, where are you? I told the same place, not even 1 meter moved, even after 1.5 hours. Nothing. It was 2 o'clock, but not 1 meter our car moved. This guy, okay, sir, you please, I will keep on telling you, please inform me where you are. He was coming, he was riding a motorbike, Bullet, and he was going back his home, and his home was also that way. Okay. And he was calling me, every 5 minutes calling me. And my dear friends, about 2:30, this man reached my car side and he handed over the lunch, packed lunch for 4 people to me in the car. And he told, sir, the traffic block will take too much of time to be cleared. You can enjoy your lunch inside the car. 2 bottles of water and the packed lunch, everything. My God. How can I forget that receptionist? How can I forget Club Mahindra Coorg? She made a difference in the life of 4 of us. I tell you, my dear friends, so no room for ordinary. Please remember, there is no room for ordinary. Ordinary chartered accountant, sorry, there is no room for ordinary. Understand, you have to be extraordinary. Experience is everything. You know what experience your customers and clients get from your office, that is everything. Customer affection, I told you, customer affection. Sumesh Molgankar, the chairman of Tata Motors, he created that because he only made that power steering of the drivers. It was very difficult for truck drivers to drive 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and he made the entire revolution. And the engine was changed and power steering system he brought because he wanted to change the life and experience of the drivers. So experience is everything. Give the best experience to the customers who come to your office in future. Okay, make smiles. Try to make smiles. The receptionist made smiles on my face, my wife's face, my 2 children's face by delivering the food into my car. So that is making smiles on the face of the customers. And be proud. Always be proud. Be proud of what you are doing. Be proud of chartered accountancy profession. Be proud of your profession, your job. That is what you are supposed to do. So be proud. So my dear friends, please, if you want to travel from being to becoming, focus on your future. What is going to happen in future in the chartered accountancy profession? You please focus in that way. Digitalization has come strongly. Now you cannot run your CA office just in a physical platform only. You have to think about the digitalization or even using AI, artificial intelligence in your chartered accountancy. Make difference in the lives of others. Okay, third one, be a quality evangelist. Be a quality evangelist. Never ever compromise on quality. And what is quality? Quality is the result of 4 things. Quality is the result of 4 things. What is the first thing? High intentions. High intentions. And second thing, sincere efforts. First one, high intentions, sincere efforts, intelligent direction. Intelligent direction. And finally, skillful execution. So my dear friends, these four things, your intentions must be very high. Okay, your efforts must be very good or sincere. You must put sincere efforts. You have to give intelligent direction to your team members. And finally, you have to make skillful execution. Intentions, efforts, directions, and execution. These four things put together decide quality. So be a TQP, total quality person, as we tell. So be a quality evangelist. Never ever compromise on quality. Just like Apple, what they are doing, they never compromise on quality. Pay attention to your intake. You have to do two important things. They are observe expansively and listen intentionally. Observe expansively. What you are taking outside from the outside world, what you are taking inside. That is what is your intake. Observation. Please observe your seniors. Please observe the best iconic chartered accountant whom you consider as your role model chartered accountant. So you observe the world and take some lesson from them. That is what is pay attention to your intakes. That is what I am telling. The thing is that actually observe expansively. I just want to take you about Padma Vibhushan. A person who got Padma Vibhushan award, Dr. Devi Shetty. I don't know whether you heard. Dr. Devi Shetty is Narayana Hrudaya. That is a cardiac hospital in Bangalore. Now he is having more than 14 hospitals in various parts of South India. Okay. Normally a cardiac surgeon performs 2 to 3 open heart surgeries a day. Maximum 3 open heart surgeries a day. But Dr. Devi Shetty performs 30 surgeries a day. Come on, my God. Yes. 30 surgeries he performs every day. How? Once he went to United States of America and he went to the plant of Ford manufacturing car. When he saw how the assembly was done in Ford factory, each portion, each particle is actually coming from each parts. Okay, mobile spare parts. Each one is coming from one department, coming to one place, joining together, and finally it becomes a car. He amazingly watched the way in which the cars were assembled in Ford company. He came back. And this gentleman is having more than 25 cardiologists in his hospital. In one hospital, 25 cardiologists. More than 60 qualified nurses. And what they will do, by the time Devi Shetty goes to one patient, all other work other than the final surgery might have been completed by the other doctors and the nurses. And what is his job? His job just is to remove that bead or fill the bead, whatever it is. So he finishes that surgery within 30 minutes time. Finish. Everything else is done by the other doctors and nurses. So he observed what is happening in Ford manufacturing company, the car automobile company, and he implemented the same thing in his hospital. That is what actually observe expansively. Please observe what is happening in chartered accountancy profession and listen intentionally. You might have heard about ICA Furniture, a world #1 brand in furniture, ICA. I hope you heard. Irving Kampad. It's a Swedish company. ICA Furniture is a Swedish company. Irving Kampad, that young boy, he started this business when he was just 23. Today, his net asset, he died 2 years back. His net asset is more than 58 billion. In Hyderabad, they have a branch of, IKEA Furniture, world #1 furniture. One day, a gentleman came to his furniture shop in Sweden, Stockholm. He purchased some furniture and he was struggling to, put the furniture in his car. Struggling. It was not going. He was struggling, but the furniture was not going. And Irving Kampad was watching and listening to the customer. And the customer told, oh God, if I could just remove the legs of this furniture, what is the meaning? The legs are fixed. That is the problem. That is why this person could not actually take the furniture inside the car. So he was telling that if I could only remove the legs of the furniture, easily it would have gone inside the car. Irving Kampad heard this. He listened very carefully the comment and observation made by a customer struggling to enter or fix or put the furniture inside the car. And there, that just one listening, sentence of listening to this customer, she came out with a flat pack furniture. Flat pack furniture is a furniture you can remove everything and they can reassemble everything. Flat pack furniture. How could IKEA made that furniture, which was a revolution in furniture industry? Because Irwin Kempar, the owner, listened to the comments made by a customer. When a client comes to your office and if the client makes some comments outside about you or even inside your office, listen to that. So that is what you have to intake. Listen and observe two things and manage your finance. Yeah, you teach everybody to manage our finance and you may have to manage your finance also. I don't want to speak you how you are going to manage your finance, but you have to manage. So if you want to travel from being to becoming, if you want to buy the prime location of Vadodara or Ahmedabad or Rajkot or Surat or as I told you in any city, if you want to buy the prime location and start your chartered accountant office in a centralized AC showroom with every facility, you have to have finance with you. So you have to manage your finance. And finally, my dear friends, pour yourself into your product. Pour yourself into your product. What is that? You have to pour yourself into your product. But I see, whatever you do, whatever service you give to the customers, you have to pour yourself into that. That means I tell you, be a specialist. People will come to you if you are a specialist chartered accountant. Okay, make you difficult to be copied by others. Why iPhone? iPhone still, people stand into. I heard in 2006 or 7 when Apple released their first iPhone in America, in front of the Apple shops, people were standing in queue for 6 hours and 7 hours to get the first iPhone. Apple never introduced mobile phones before that. No previous experience. But still people were waiting in the queue for more than 1 hour or for 6 hours, 7 hours. And 2 prime ministers of the world requested the officials of America to get an Apple phone, iPhone. Why? Because people all believe that if Apple is coming cutting edge technology, if Apple is coming out with a mobile phone, it will be unique. Nobody can copy it. That is what made Apple or iPhone the huge successful phone, the #1 mobile phone in the world. No other mobile company, no other company can. They have their own OS, they have their own system. Everything is totally different. Okay, so my dear friends, never allow others to copy you. That means you have to be unique. As a chartered accountant, the way you behave to people, the way you run your office, the way you settle the claims, the way you negotiate with the officers, the way you argue for your clients in the tribunals, the way you appear, the way you dress, the way you smile, everything must be unique. Everything must be unique. So put yourself into your product and keep rediscovering. You please rediscovering. You have to keep yourself rediscovering. So look in the future. In 2016, World T20 semi-finals. 2016 World T20 semi-finals. India was playing against Bangladesh. Okay, Bangladesh was a small team or from a small country, but really a very the black horse of the tournament. They entered into semi-finals, and India batted first, and Bangladesh was batting second. Lakhs of Bangladeshis were watching the television, and the last over, last ball, Hardik Pandya was bowling. Last over, last ball. Bangladesh needed 2 runs to win. Bangladesh needed only 2 runs to win. Even if they take 1 run, the match will be a tie. And even if the match becomes a tie, Bangladesh will enter into the finals. How? Why? Bangladesh will go into the finals. Why? Because of the run rate. Even if the match becomes a tie, Bangladesh will enter into the finals. So they need only 1 run to enter the T20 World Cup finals of 2016. Mr. Cool Dhoni, the captain, he went to Hardik Pandya, had a 2-3 minutes discussion. Time was there. He gave instruction. Okay, what type of a ball to be bowled? Everything was over. And Dhoni was ready to keep the ball. And Hardik Pandya, medium pace bowler. So normally, the wicket keeper will go and he will stand at a length or distance from the wickets, the stumps, And normally the wicket keeper will be in the gloves, because only if the wicket keeper is in the gloves, he can take the catch easily, right? But suddenly all the cameras were focusing on MS Dhoni, the captain of Indian team. He removed the gloves of his right hand and he kept the gloves on the ground. Without the gloves, he was ready to keep the wicket. Without gloves. What is going on through the mind of Dhoni? You just think, what is this? What is this man going to do? If he wants to take a catch, he must have gloves on his hands. So Dhoni made up his mind that I am not going to take a catch. We will not allow Bangladesh to score 1 run. So catch is not a possibility. Then what to be done? The only possibility is a run out, because Bangladesh batsman will try to hit the ball. Whatever shortest distance he sends the ball, he will try to take a run. And the only possibility is to make a run out. To make a run out, having no gloves will be more comfortable, safer side. So everybody, commentators started telling Dhoni is looking for a run out. And what happened? Hardik Pandya executed the instruction of the captain so well, and Bangladesh batsman tried to hit the ball, run for a single. Dhoni caught the ball and ran so fast, and he made the run out. And India entered the finals. So what is this? Visualizing in your mind what is going to happen. Seeing in your mind what is going to happen. Thinking in your mind what is going to happen. So my dear chartered account students, you have to visualize. You have to see what is going to happen, and these factors will help you. I will finish with the 2 more slides. I just want to tell you, if you have the passion to do whatever you want, you can achieve. I'm asking a question. You have no chance to answer my question, but you can answer yourself. Name the personality who is a model. Finalist of Femina Miss India contest in 2016. Finalist in Femina Miss India contest 2016. And cracked the civil service examination in her first attempt in 2019 with an achievement of All India rank 93. She was finalist in Femina Miss India contest, a beautiful modeling lady, but she cleared her IAS examination in 2019. First attempt with rank number 93. Now she is going through IAS training. Why? Civil service was her passion. Even though she became a modeling lady and she can become even a Bollywood star and all, but her passion was always civil service. So she tried for that and she made it. I will show you the name. I will show you the picture later. Name the personality who was born in Pune. A person born in Pune. An electrical engineering graduate. Worked as engineer in Hewlett Packard. He got a job in an international multinational company, HP. He worked as an engineer there. Then joined ISKCON. Then he joined ISKCON. Now renowned motivational speaker with 3 million YouTube followers. He is having 3 million YouTube followers. And from the job of the electronic engineer in Hewlett Packard, he resigned the job, joined ISKCON. Now he has more than 3 million YouTube followers. A very, very, very popular motivational speaker. Because electronics was not his passion. Public speaking and motivating people, inspirational speeches, that is his passion. And he wrote even very famous books, Life's Amazing Secrets. I hope you know this gentleman. Next one. Name the personality who is a neurosurgeon by profession. A neurosurgeon who is called a six-pack doctor. Very, very famous neurosurgeon from Chennai. But well known for his Strength India movement. He started a movement called Strength India Movement, who creates awareness on health and hygiene. His passion is to create awareness on health and hygiene. He can perform 5-6 surgeries, neurosurgeries a day. He can make 2 lakhs or 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs every day. He is motivating people to be fit through digital media. Who is this neurosurgeon from Chennai? And the last question. Name the personality born in New Delhi. By profession, CEO of Images Bazaar. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Images Bazaar. Won Creative Entrepreneur Award and Star Youth Achiever Award. He won the award for Creative Entrepreneur Award and Star Youth Achiever Award. But that is not his passion. But very passionate towards photography and public speaking. I'm just telling I'm finishing my talk from being to becoming just by showing you the names and pictures of these 4 people. Who is that Miss Femina Miss World contestant who got 93 rank in IAS? Who is that electronic engineer who had 3 million followers in YouTube? Who is his six-pack doctor who started Strength India movement? Who is this guy who is the very popular person in photography and public speaking? Yes, the first person is Mrs. Aishwarya Sharan. Aishwarya Sharan, I tell you why Vaman Kumar is showing the picture of this girl. Because even though she became the finalist of Miss Femina Miss India contest, her passion was in IAS. So whatever it is, you may have so many other interests, you may have so many other tastes and preferences, but my dear chartered accountant students, love your profession first of all, enjoy your profession first of all, be passionate about this profession first of all, then only you can travel from being to becoming. Yes, Gaur Gopal Das. Gaur Gopal Das, a wonderful speaker, 3 million followers in YouTube, a former employee of HP and an electronic engineer. Passion of speaking in public. And now this guy is called Dr. P.R. Ashwin Vijay. Ashwin Vijay. Okay, you can think about the names of two cricketers from Chennai, Ashwin as well as Vijay. You add these two names, you can remember Ashwin Vijay. He is a CISPAC doctor, Strength India movement, because his passion is to bring good health to the people through digital platform. And the final person, as you all know, Sandeep Maheshwari, Mr. Sandeep Maheshwari. So I end up my session here by showing Mrs. Aishwarya, Gaur Gopal Das, Ashwin Vijay and Sandeep Maheshwari, just by reminding you, my dear friends, if you are passionate about this profession, your journey from being to becoming is easier. No doubt it is easier. Let me finish with quoting you the experience of a Hollywood actor. Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey, the Academy Award winner for the Best Actor, Oscar Award winner for the Best Actor in 2016 in the movie Dallas Buyers Club. Dallas Buyers Club is the movie. Matthew McConaughey, the Oscar Award, Academy Award winner for the Best Actor in 2016. When he was receiving the Academy Award in Los Angeles, Hollywood Award, he had to deliver a replay speech. And his replay speech is so impressive, became huge, very viral in social media. Matthew McConaughey told, when I was 10 years old, my sister asked me, who is your hero? I told my sister, Matthew McConaughey, when he is 20, is my hero. Myself, when I become 20, is my hero. Listen, he told his sister when he was 10 that myself, when I become 20, will be my hero. When I became 20, reached 20, my sister asked him, hey, have you become your hero? I told no. Then who is your hero? I replied my sister, myself, when I become 30, is my hero. Myself, when I become 30, is my hero. When I become 30, my sister asked me, hey, have you become your hero? I told no. Then when are you going to become, who is your hero now? Again, I replied my sister when I was 30, myself when I become 40 will be my hero. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I crossed 40 now. I got this award now, but still I am not my hero. I got the Academy Award for the Best Actor, Dallas Buyers Club movie. Still I am not my hero. My hero will be myself when I become 50. What is this? Every 10 years am I growing myself? My dear friends, what you were when you were at 15, what you are when you are at 25, if there is no change and difference in your thinking, what you were thinking when you were 15, what you are thinking when you are 25, when there is no change between your thinking when you are 15 and 25, I'm sorry, you have wasted 10 years of your life. You have wasted 10 years of your life. So I want the Western India Chartered Accountant students, never waste your life. You be your hero and heroine by upgrading yourself, by improving yourself, by finding new version of yourself, or by actually traveling your journey from being to becoming. That is what actually my prayer to all of you. I wish all the very best to all of you, my dear friends. I'm so thankful once again. I'm so happy and thankful to Manish Bakshi and all the great leaders of these organizers for giving me a wonderful opportunity to share some of my thoughts. And let me tell you, if failure is the mother of invention, if necessity is the mother of invention, I repeat, If necessity is the mother of invention, failure is the father. Failure is the father. We may all fail sometimes in our attempts to become a well-established professional, a world-renowned chartered accountant, the best in the state of Gujarat or Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, wherever it is. But we may fail in between. Don't worry. As I told you, always be a realistic optimist, and that will help you. Never be a quitter, never be a griper, always be an achiever. Wish you all the best. Thank you once again, Vikasa, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. May God bless all of you. There are two categories of people in this world. Category number one, those who bring happiness wherever they go. Those who bring happiness wherever they go. Category number two, those who bring happiness whenever they go. Those who bring happiness whenever they go. Please don't add me in the second category. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir, for providing valuable information of VUWL mindset, definition of craft, and for showing us path of dreamer to doer. We are sure that we all have ignited the desire in ourselves to convert our dreams into realities in the right manner.
Now, I request Mr. Mehul Kumar to give the formal vote of thanks for the session.
Thank you, MOC. Hello, everyone. I am Mehul Kumar, Programming Head of Vadodara branch of Vikasa. I would like to thank our session chairman, Advocate A.V. Vaman Kumar sir, for such a great and motivating session. Thank you, CA Hitesh Agrawal sir, immediate past chairman, Vadodara branch of WIRC of ICI, for the opening remarks. And lastly, I would also like to thank all the audience present here for giving us opportunity to motivate you. Over to MOC.
Thank you, Mehul. As Vaman Kumar sir initially said in speech, India, in spite of many diversities, we are united because our country's sole motto is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, unity in diversity. And continuous efforts towards growth will lead you to success. Friends, hope you all had a great day and we shall come up with more interesting technical sessions and special sessions tomorrow. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you.